intro or should I do intro?
You gotta play the fucking song.
No. Hold up, California. I'm coming at you. Just give me a minute. Just one hot second, California. No, it's not the TurboTax app. Hey, I got it. What's going on, guys? Snickers here, joined by the Bearded Savage, and welcome to the SLF podcast. Oh, that was pretty good for a...
That was fun.
Thank you. Thank you. I worked really hard on that intro. I think it came together. Did you see all the explosions and everything that happened, like, here? I think, like, maybe here is where I'm going to do it. Then SLF logo go like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but 8-bit, you know. So, and then like Duke Nukem, it's gonna be over there. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing.
Have like a Pinky from Doom, just like come out of the camera and then just back up.
Exactly. Well, this is numero uno. I'm gonna try and look at the camera as much as possible. I'm thinking like,
fuck that.
25-75.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I was thinking like
25-75. You know. So that's where I'm leaning, kind of.
Pequeño.
Yeah, pequeño. Yep. So I'm thinking that we just get the ball rolling with a certain topic that one of us wants to go on, and then we'll just bullshit from there.
Okay.
What you got? You got anything?
Anal herpes.
Anal herpes. The fucking worst. We actually know a friend that has mass outbreak of anal herpes.
What's wrong?
I think he came out already. Not sure. If so, sorry. If not, you're welcome. No.
Push you out the door.
So, I really did want to talk about Elon Musk. I've been saving this.
You brought it up yesterday,
Okay.
and all I had to say was I heard that people are pissed off that he smoked weed on Joe Rogan's show, but that's all I know.
Okay, number one, he did not smoke weed on Joe Rogan's show. It was like, what happened was they're having an interview, right?
Mm-hmm.
Joe Rogan started smoking, and then he was like, have you ever had it? And Elon Musk, being the fucking Albert Einstein of our generation, is like, no, I have never had that. Right? It's like, maybe once. It's like, that's it. And so Joe Rogan's like, you want it? And he goes and he does like the cigar puff, like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just the smoke comes in and out. And he goes, I don't feel the difference. Done. That was it. And then all of a sudden he got like a mass load of texts while on camera. He's like, and Jordan's like, what's going on? He was like, everybody's blowing me up saying I shouldn't have smoked that joint. And it was I'm way over exaggerating, Elon Musk. I'm sorry. I know your androids are probably watching this right now somehow. But a couple of the things that he was talking about, right? You know, he's in charge of, he made Tesla, SpaceX.
Mm-hmm.
He's got hands in everything. But it's not from like a CEO standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually like the engineer, and he's the one that's in like the metal lathe, like making all the parts for it and shit like that. It's just he's like got a bunch of benefactors backing him up. But they got on the thing about like all the stuff that people don't know Teslas can do, because like for a long time it was just him and robots in the Tesla factory, right? Maybe like 5 other humans. And he was like, pretty much, I'm paraphrasing, but what he was saying is like he gets really bored, right? So there's all kinds of programs that he fucking put in there, just kind of like hidden, like little Easter eggs, because why not? You know? He's like, it seemed fun to me. He's like, apparently it can ballet dance to the Siberian Orchestra, the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. If you put it on while it's in park, all the doors and windows and stuff start dancing to the. He was like, I programmed that in like a day because I had nothing to do. You know, he was like, there's like you can make like a manual of shit that car can do because he got bored. You know, like I thought that was amazing. But they're putting an emulator in for Atari into it. It's fucking amazing.
Have you seen the video of the guy in the Porsche 597, 911, whatever?
Yeah.
Playing Doom. It is the best thing ever. So, I don't know how he did it, but he's got the little screen on his dash for the stereo and everything, but it's all like car functions too. And this guy, luckily he's not just like playing on his daily drive.
Yeah.
Because the steering wheel controls the turning of the character.
No shit.
The pedal.
That's horrifying.
The pedal controls character moving forward.
Yeah.
And I don't know what fires, but I know that moving the stick shift controlled something too, and it's just like
awesome.
this dude's just fucking driving, and the game is playing, and it's creepy.
Elon said that he made it because, like, in the newer Teslas, I don't know if you've seen it, it's just literally like a blank ass steering wheel, and then a massive tablet that's kind of hanging out from the center dash. Right? It's weird. It's just out on its own. And he made it to where it's all touchscreen. He was like, you don't know how hard it was to translate Atari into touchscreen. He was like, but I wanted to. so he did that. So he's got like Space Invaders and shit all on there. So it was pretty cool. I thought that was fun.
Yeah.
He was also saying that apparently in one of his original models, a guy fell asleep at the wheel and ended up killing a cyclist. Right? And the guy sued him because he blamed the new car's smell for killing the cyclist. And he was like, I mean, you gotta expect that shit's gonna happen when you own a motor company, right? People are gonna die. That's it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You can't make the safest car on the road. He was like, I'm there. He was like, I'm making the safest car on the road. But even whenever the safest car kills somebody, that person's gotta have a rebuttal. And his was, we made it smell too good, so he fell asleep at the wheel. And the car auto drove him to his destination and everything, and then he woke up parked where he needed to be.
With some guy hanging
dead.
off the
Just gone. Like, fucking, it was horrible.
Just imagine waking up and getting out of the car, and then there's just an arm hanging off the mirror.
Dude, just... like, so he made it to where, like, if you don't occasionally put your hands on the wheel, right, and it has sensors knowing that you put your hands on the wheel, it'll start slowing down slower and slower and slower, and then it'll pull off to the side of the road and put on its flashers, right? All because this guy had this new car smell experience, which I thought was like, there had to have been some lawyer that was like, or a defense attorney that was like, we can take this case. We can do this. It sounds legit. Let's go for it. No. So, Blackout beta.
Yeah.
We've been playing.
Yeah.
Somehow,
well,
one of us got in a day early.
Yeah, one of us got in a day early, and we've been playing.
Playing, not so well. I mean, so next GoFundMe is going to be for me having a new PC. Okay. And then after that is $800 camera to get rid of this and whatever happens to his shirt, which, of course, right?
Now it's
of
not
course,
going to do it.
Of course. Okay.
Oh,
there
it
we
is.
go.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
Oh, wait, that's not how that works. You're not actually see-through. I go this morning.
Fucking X-ray cameras in the future, right? It's like an MRI machine.
Oh.
So what you thinking?
Dude, that'd be a good podcast. Or like
an MRI machine?
No, just like streaming on Twitch and just like title it like, "Hey, diagnose me," and it just be like an X-ray machine and just have a bunch of doctors, say, "Oh well, looks like you got a fractured rib." And
I like it. Yeah. Everybody's input. What is it like? If you ask 100 people something, you'll come to the median answer, right? I'm pretty sure they could diagnose you. I mean, everybody has access to WebMD.
Better than self-diagnosis on Google.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, all like 5 of our subscribers will get you like that. You'll know exactly anal herpes.
Yeah, I would take.
That's how we diagnosed Blake. Actually, he just put his butt right here, and we're all like, "Yeah, dude, that's not good. That's not healthy at all."
Whenever I was a kid, I actually didn't know what herpes was.
Yeah.
And I was like 6th grade, right? And everybody's going around, you can't hang out with her, you're gonna get the herpes. Of course, everybody else knew that this girl had herpes, and I just was thinking, like Disney Barney personification. There's these little purple things cooties.
Yeah.
Like I thought herpes were the next cooties.
Yeah. Just like grapes.
Yeah.
Just like hanging there. Herpes are gonna get you. Oh shit. I didn't know you had
there was one guy that he took it to the level where stupid kids. He's like, "Oh, the herpes are gonna get you," and I took that as
I'm gifting that. I just want that to be out there. That's
I would be okay if I got my 5 minutes of fame with just a clip of
from now
500
on,
million views.
The new subscriber thing is gonna be you right there going, "The herpes is gonna get you." I love it. That's awesome. You're welcome. We'll round. There's gonna be a roundabout way getting back to the original topic, but
I don't remember what we were talking about.
The beta.
Musk. Oh.
But last night we were trying to find a scary movie to watch. Right? We ended up watching Heredity that we got from Redbox. But you don't know what life is like until you have to explain to somebody what the movie Teeth is all about. You ever heard about the movie Teeth?
Is that the?
Yeah. With the teeth.
Snatch teeth.
Yeah. And you know how Netflix shows you like the little trailer with that music, like the just like the basic ass music, and then it kind of like plays like a couple of scenes, and they were all just like guys looking down, going, ah! so obviously I had to explain, right? I had to go into depth, and that was a journey. It really was. It brings 2 people closer together whenever you say that some girl has teeth in her vagina.
Yeah.
Also Blake. Man's riddled. He's hurting. But he goes through day by day.
Yeah.
Go fund me, Blake. That's pretty much what I was gonna.
Take him to the good old snatch dentist.
Snatch dentist. You ever been to a gynecologist? Not to see. But just
I had this bitch and yeast infection.
No, I've been in plenty of waiting rooms, right? And it's just the most depressing. But yet, everybody there's no eye contact, right? Especially with the guys, right? But even the girls, it's just she'll look at her guy and be like, "Stay silent." Because they don't know if I'm here for a checkup. They don't know if I'm here because you did something. And it's just I would rather be in a funeral home than in a gynecologist's office.
Yeah, because there are so many different things that you could be there for, just getting an oil change or.
Yeah.
I had somewhere else I was going with that, but I decided to stop.
No. That was the most beautiful segue to Elon Musk's cars, Tesla. Go get a Tesla.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, round. Circle. Full circle. Black Ops?
Do electric cars take a while?
No. They just gotta.
Because the hybrid Kia, it's got gas and electric, and the electric motor takes some different type of fluid. The gas motor is just a regular gas motor.
As far as I know, no. I mean that's the whole
point. I think there's like no pistons to lubricate or anything.
No lubricating pistons. You gotta know where to put it. All he has is a battery pack that's in the trunk.
Yeah.
You know, the hood is just another trunk.
Yeah.
You know, it's foreign as shit. I'd feel weird going to the grocery store and throwing all my groceries in the hood. You know.
Oh, what was there was a car back in the day like that. It's like the opposite of an El Camino.
The Thing?
The Thing.
No, right? No, it's the Volkswagen Things.
Yeah.
No, the opposite of an El Camino.
Yeah, it was like
like the bed was in the front?
I can't remember. It was the same concept as a
like a front loader.
It's the same concept as a Beetle, where the motor was in the back of the car and there's nothing in the front of the car.
It could have been a Volkswagen Thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, ugly as shit. Whenever I lived with a buddy of mine, our neighbors had 2 Volkswagen Things, and just to be the assholes they were, license plates did say Thing 1 and Thing 2. Like, they're like an ugly yellow and white one, all busted and beat down, never moved.
Yeah. But
they had them there just for those people that knew what the hell a Volkswagen Thing was.
Yeah.
Could be like, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I gotcha. You fucking suck, but I got you. Like, how? No one's a fan.
I don't remember what a Thing looks like.
Things they're like boxier versions of what, like a Pinto or something was, if I remember correctly. Which I believe that they did have the engine in the back. Got it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ugly. Like Jeeps, I guess. More or less like little box Jeeps.
It's what everybody in Indiana Jones drove.
Yeah. It belongs in a museum. It wasn't a German guy that said that line, was it?
No.
No, was it Indy?
Mm-hmm.
How come I've always like put 2 and 2 together no, that's a German guy? I don't know either. Fuck. LaBarge. LaBarge. Good?
Good.
Are you the guy that leaves those in the van all the time?
No.
Because the entire back of this van is just water bottles of Fiji. And then the other day I came in and there's a sack full of like just trash that just stuff that in my best of minds I would never eat while trying to drive for 16 hours.
No, because the only person that drives it is that one guy or that other guy.
Yeah. Fucking guys. Yep, it looks like it's about time for Grumpy Grandpa.
Grumpy Grandpa.
You got anything you want to rant about? Spotlight's on you now.
I know I've got something to bitch about, but my brain is not working right now.
Okay.
There's something out there that just pisses me off.
Alright, well, do you want to pass to grab a Snickers?
Yeah.
It's grab a Snickers time. Let me tell you what I'm gassed up about. Alright. This week, I am pissed off about... I don't have anything I'm really pissed off about.
See, on the spot.
Like I could come up with something. Screens went black. I think they're all right. Yeah, we're recording. Yeah. Maybe it's working. Maybe. I'm gassed up about my screen's going off right now. We still on? Are we still streaming? Yeah, we're still recording. Okay. Cool. I wish I had something to be gassed up about. I could be gassed up. Spark a debate kind of thing. Maybe not a debate, but like might get a little heated conversation. Mm-hmm. I don't like the way that people are using the fucking cloud. All right, and that goes for PlayStation. It goes for everybody. Yeah. Right. The thing that like really like put me over the edge about it was with some of the things I'm cool with as long as it doesn't hit my ear. Mm-hmm. I'm fine with. You know what I mean? Like shit like my saves going away and stuff like that if I quit paying for the service. Yeah. Fine. Mm-hmm. You know, I would rather not know. You know, like of course I'm already hooked into all the streaming services and you know all the different gaming services besides Xbox. Mm-hmm. But knowing like Nintendo coming out and being like, hey, you didn't have $12 this month? Doses. It's like, oh, you know, like what happened? Like for me as a Pokemon fan, mm-hmm. right? At least currently for the 3DS, I can upload all my Pokemon. It has its own bank, mm-hmm. right? That I paid a subscription for already. The thing with that is I didn't pay for like a year. Mm-hmm. I got mad because I transferred from the game to this online cloud storage. Mm-hmm. All my old Pokemon that have come over from Pokemon Red and Blue, mm-hmm. right? I've had these bitches forever. Yeah. I didn't pay for it for like a year because I forgot about it. I went back and paid for it. They were still fucking there. Yeah. You know, there was a year gap where I didn't pay for that service. Mm-hmm. And then I go back and I pay for it. They're there. Mm-hmm. What happens with Nintendo Switch?
Well, so they've said that the cloud saves will be gone. Now, what's on your hardware is still there. Yeah. It's just what's on their servers. And people get all pissed off about Nintendo, but I keep saying that it's just Nintendo's a bunch of fucking idiots. They don't know how the internet works. Because the thing I keep falling back to is Xbox came out of the gate on Xbox One charging for this service. Right? Okay. So PS2 had very, very limited online stuff. It's all free. PS3 had full online stuff. Hardware couldn't handle voice chat, and that was all computer chip bullshit. Nobody knew how in the hell the cell processor worked. Yeah. But online play was free, and PlayStation Plus was just free games. It wasn't online service. PS4 comes around, and everything is a lot better than PS3 was because they're forcing you to pay for online play. Now, the Wii U or the Wii. Okay.
Really throwing it back.
Yeah. Well, Wii U, we weren't really that fucking different.
You're still making Wii U games?
Dude, Just Dance 19 is coming out on the Wii.
Fucking blows my mind, man.
On the fucking Wii and Xbox 360.
Hey, look, it's a forever platform, I guess.
Yeah. But anyway, Just Dance coming out. Yeah. So Wii U, shitty internet, people hacking on games online. I used to think that the people on Mario Kart on Wii U mm-hmm. were just monsters. That they just.
It's just unbeatable.
Yeah,
unbeatable. There's just some kid out there and just.
It's all just a bunch of hackers.
Hackers, yeah.
And it's the same thing on the Switch. Like Splatoon 2 is the biggest game in Japan, mm-hmm. and nobody plays it here. No, it's full of hackers. But they, love Bukkake over there, so they keep playing.
Yeah, you're right.
But I think it's the
tentacles. I didn't even think about it. Yeah. But it's literally everything they would love.
Uh-huh.
Fuck, it's genius.
Training the kids young. But Nintendo doesn't know how the internet works, and they're just now getting into that type of infrastructure.
Yeah.
And I think that people paying for that will help them build it up more.
What I had said about them tossing out money to developers and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is more or less towards like they have this very Japanese business model where it's like they want to be fucking creative. You know what I mean? They want everyone in their company to be creative, even if it's third party or whatever, right? So they'll be like, hey, look, here's a lump sum, and it might not, it's not going to fully cost them, but they do it so drastically, right, to people, different smaller companies and stuff like that, because they want to see stuff made, right? It's for the better, but it's kind of, in a way that I understand it, unsustainable, right? They're doing fine on hardware sales and everything like that.
Yeah.
But whenever it comes down to the actual service, it's like they came out with WarioWare, right? It did okay, right? But that's like a big name franchise, you know. I played one of the WarioWares, right? Not my jam.
Yeah.
You know, like, but the people, they don't have the type of thing that Call of Duty has or anything like that, where it pays itself off quadruple, you know, just by the average person, not by the whales out there. They don't do that, really. You know, they have their main flagship games that can, but they need this business model for the Switch Online service, right, to supplement all the in-game things that they're not making that extra dollar on that are first party.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they're behind in the game on that, which is a horrible fucking game.
Yeah.
You know, but that's the way it is.
Well, because like the whole the Pokemon thing and the Dark Souls thing, because those don't support the cloud saves. They say that they don't want people to be able to duplicate items, Pokemon, weapons, stuff like that. Which, like back in the 2DS, early 3DS, there were ways to do that.
Yeah, I mean, there were ways to do that up until the later 3DS. A few versions ago, I might have made some fake one, you know, like, but they got better at it because they whenever it went to, I think, black and white version, they wouldn't let you transfer any of those fake mon over. It knew the difference, right? And then they would get deleted if you tried. Like it would handpick the real ones, and everything else they would literally it would slaughter. like I had like a badass Pikachu that they would just like cut the head off at the gates, you know. So I'm not.
Nintendo does not support test tube babies.
That's right, yeah. Exactly. Like, I'm over here just trying to do the whole genetics program, you know, I'm working with stem cells. You know, I'm trying to further the Pokemon race. No, these guys, there was literally like, they were my things to go to, and then, for good reasons, you know, I fucking max out what I could and, you know, what I had the smarts to do. Of course, I'm not one of those IV people that do all the numbers. But let's get back to the original thing.
So, the thing is that Nintendo doesn't understand how online works, and all of that stuff needs to be server side, not like cloud saves, like you're saving your save file from your game.
Yeah.
But
what's the biggest? Can you put memory in a Switch?
You can put an SD card in, but that's just game files. All of your save files go to the internal memory of the Switch.
So what? We're gonna get like a terabyte Switch one day?
Yeah.
Right? Like, I mean, you know, it's the only other counter.
But they need to be able to do manual saves to like an SD card or a thumb drive.
Totally.
But back to the original point on the server side, for like Pokemon and third-party games that have online, like Dark Souls.
Yeah.
That all needs to be server-side, kind of like Warframe and Destiny.
Gotcha.
So, like, if I were to log on to... I don't save any of my saves on PlayStation with the cloud. So, you get it with PlayStation Plus, but you have to manually go in and do it.
Gotcha.
If I log onto your PlayStation right now with my account, it'll download all of my stuff from Bungie's servers.
Yeah.
So I can pick up right where I left off. Same thing with Warframe. So with like Pokemon, this isn't going to come out the way I want to, but it almost need to be like
it's okay, no one's watching.
Yeah. But it need to almost be like an online check-in system, kind of like a DRM.
Okay.
I hate to endorse DRM.
Yeah.
But you know how like some games, like I was bitching about Dragon Age or whatever that dragon thing was, Inquisition. Where it's got online only.
Mm-hmm.
You can't play it offline. That's the kind of thing that I would think that would need to occasionally happen for Pokemon, just to like check in, check your stock, and kind of back everything up server side.
Gotcha.
Just so if you do make a duplication, it goes through and reads the game files and says, hey, this wasn't here before, why is this here now? You didn't catch it in the game, you didn't trade for it, just file exchange, backing up that kind of thing.
I mean, it's a small thing that's annoying, because like my girlfriend plays on the Switch Mario World, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she plays, that's it. so like I'm not, this isn't really affecting me, not until the newer actual continuation Pokemon comes out will I even play it, right? And so like obviously there's gonna be enough memory for me, so I'm not making the argument on my side to be biased, right? But I'm just saying that like it's gotta be, there's not enough in it, right? So you're kind of pigeonholed into having to, well, I mean, you're already pigeonholed to do the service, right? Period. You want to do online play, that's where it's at, and stuff like that. So I'm not harping on the service. The service is cheap as shit,
$20 a year.
Yeah. Like, man, I fucking wish that was the way for any other thing. So, I mean, Netflix is more expensive, and for those people out there, which I know are huge Nintendo fans, they're going to use that shit up. Especially because right now everybody's like, I want to play this game, I love this game, why isn't it on Switch? That's what, like, out of everything I hear, that's what I hear the most of. It's like, man, I fucking love the game, but I picked up my Switch and was like, this feels right. This is where it needs to be. Which still fucking blows my mind of why they say that about every game, right? Warframe still makes it to Switch before all them. Like, there's no fucking sense.
November 20th.
Alright, I had other shit written down. I need to be the paper guy. That's what I want to be. I want to be the paper guy. The guy that holds the papers. Right? And I'll read out the emails.
Yeah.
Like, emails for the week are, today, Berto Bittolini from New York asks, directly to you, Mike, how do you make that gray shirt look so fucking good?
Well, it's about 7 days worth of armpit sweat and
that's right, people. That's right.
Straight burrito diet.
Next. Just gonna hunk them like that. That's what I'm gonna do. And you're gonna do something on your computer over there, like you'll be the guy that looks up the shit because we don't have a third person behind Mike that usually does it, right? Except for Reggie.
Reggie, you're fucking worthless. I'm just kidding. I love you.
Reggie's the best. You'll meet Reggie sooner or later. He's just always gonna be there. I would say he's our mic guy, but the top of the mic kind of stands out a little bit.
Yeah.
He's our camera guy for sure. Steadiest hands in the business. The best. Yeah. Scorsese was like, I need that guy. We told him no. Reggie's for us. else you can want to spark a topic about? I brought up Tesla and Nintendo. I feel like I'm almost max. Let's talk about the beta.
Yeah,
it's
the newest thing. Just glazed right
over. Glazed, man. We flew all the way over that. We went as far around that as possible. What do you think?
I don't know. Yeah. I'm really liking it. It's a lot of fun. And I did nothing but talk shit about Call of Duty.
It's true.
Before that beta.
It's true. It's true.
I hate Battle Royale. I'm sick of the yearly Call of Duty.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun.
It's a lot. I'll say that, like, the last Black Ops was one of my favorite entries in the franchise, the overall Call of Duty franchise. Black Ops 2 was probably, like, that was my favorite stomping grounds, right? My Diamond Riot shield and ballistic knife with crossbow. Dude, I worked so hard to get those. The hardest I've ever worked in any Call of Duty. Ghost was fun, but it didn't stick the landing, which is kind of sad because I had a good time.
I really liked
I liked my squad going out and whooping my friend's ass when I wasn't there, when I was at work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I thought that was the coolest thing. But since I didn't do it, Black Ops became my follow. And I'm really liking it. I'm really liking it. It seems like from what little I've seen and what little we played, it's definitely taken from the last Black Ops.
Yeah.
Right. It's just, I don't want to call it a reskin. There's got to be other things different. Right. The med system is kind of cool.
Yeah.
The quick med, you're not going to regain health, but you got to, do it yourself. I'm curious to see how it's going to play in actual game.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it just going to be on an even longer timer?
Well, from what they said, and we didn't play the multiplayer beta, we're just playing the Blackout beta, but from what was said, that same health system is in the normal multiplayer, so there's no regenerating health.
Hiccups?
Except in the regular multiplayer, I hadn't paid attention in Blackout.
Hopefully it's not like stations.
I think you start off with bandages just like in Blackout.
Yeah.
But
we're going to do it like H1Z1 where we throw all of our bandages out. Make everybody else throw theirs out, then we pick them all up.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Just so you know.
Yeah, my bad.
H1Z1 in the loading area. If you could talk people into
to throwing their bandages down
right before the game starts, they don't have bandages when the game starts.
It's fucking awesome. But I'm really liking the it's a skinned over PUBG.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, it's very sprinkled with the Black Ops type of thing, and it hits on all of those chords from all kinds of different, the maps and shit like that. Yeah. It is what it is. I mean, they added the vehicles, which so far there's only like 3 that we've been a part of. There's probably 4 because we haven't been in a helicopter yet.
Yeah.
But the way it feels, I'm gonna have to get my hands on the controller version. But it feels intuitive, and that's me playing as a non-native keyboard and mouse player, right? I can move in this better than I moved in PlayerUnknown's or PUBG, better than I've moved in Hunt.
Yeah.
It only took a match to get it, which is awesome. Same controls pretty much for every fucking game, but for some reason this one was the one that was like, oh yeah, that's fucking right.
Yeah.
That's how you open the door.
And that's one thing about Call of Duty is, I bitch about it because they put out a new game every year, but that engine is locked down.
Yeah.
They always have good mechanics in the game. It's just the fact that sometimes they don't change that much or they change too much, which that too, I think it's just a matter of how the game feels because I fucking hated Advanced Warfare.
Yeah.
Fucking hated it. Black Ops 3, same mechanics. Love Black Ops 3.
It's easy to notice too how they kind of de-technified or de-futurized this one kind of, right? It feels like it's 60 years before Black Ops 3 to me, you know, because you don't have like the wall running and shit like that, even in regular game. So I mean, it's definitely heard the whole "I want boots on the ground" type of thing, which is, I guess, nice for some people. I love fucking wall running with shit and all the slides and everything. Yeah, that was a good time. But I'm digging it. I'm gonna pick it up. It's better than H1Z1, right? It's got the skin that I like over PUBG. I find it funner than Fortnite.
I can't stand the crafting in Fortnite. It's mainly because I'm not good at it. Like, I've tried.
Build. That's all we gotta do.
Yeah.
Just hold down like R1 or something with the pro build.
Yeah, but the thing that aggravates me though is that you have to swap between building and shooting. So if somebody's gunning down on you and you're trying to build, all you can do is just keep building. You have to keep playing defense.
You gotta build your way out. Yeah. All right, Battlefield.
So it felt good. A lot of people bitching. I don't know what they're bitching about. I just know people are bitching. I think it feels good, but
it's the women, isn't it? You don't like the women being in there?
Oh, no, I hate it. Misogynistic bastard.
There's a ninja, and there's bearded savage.
No, it's I don't know. It feels like there's so many fucking number jokes here, but it feels like Battlefield 1-2.
Oh, for sure. I definitely feel the same way. I mean, the mechanics they added, what little experience I had with them, right? The building thing looked fun. Didn't really play with it much. You know, it was a very limited beta. It was very, like, skin and bones, that's what it is. You know, there wasn't a whole lot of meat to grab out of the beta.
Yeah. The one thing that I do not like is the upgrade system on the weapons.
Yeah.
And that's just a personal preference. I think for somebody like Daniel that plays that game and nothing else,
that he's gonna have one sniper that's just gonna like fucking outclass everything that you have. You could play attack role for, I don't know, 50 hours, but his one sniper that he has all the shit unlocked on is gonna demolish.
But players like him, where I get Battlefield, I played nothing but Battlefield for like 6 months straight, and I think that unlock system is good for people like that because it keeps them engaged in the game they want to play. People like me that have ADD and bounce from game to game to game, I'm never going to be able to catch up with people like that because I'm not going to put in the time. Because it's not, you don't pick what you want to unlock, per se.
I understand that.
So,
see, I'm a heavy grinder. I love the grind. If I find a weapon or something, I'll go after that, even if it costs me 50 hours in a Bungie game. You know, I'll do that. This job, I learned my weaknesses, right? I don't have the time for that shit anymore. You know, I only got a few days. I don't want to feel like they're wasted, you know? And for here, at least here recently, I felt like I could, you know, I don't need that. You know, it's coming like to like a realization where it's like, I'm just bouncing between games, and that's usually not me unless I'm playing with you. So, I'm on your side about having to, you know, because I'm not going to stick with one fucking thing. You know, I'm not. So, especially in Battlefield, I've never stuck with one fucking thing.
Yeah.
You know, Scout in the last one is the funnest. It felt like the most rewarding, you know, instead of going in with, you know, an LMG, you know, that happens to be like super fucking stable.
Yeah.
But in this one, I'm gonna have to see the amount, right? Because if it's like a super overwhelming amount, for some reason that'll make me feel better,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because there's gonna be somebody that I'm gonna have a different gun than most people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's gonna be like my go-to.
Yeah.
Like what Battlefield 1 had, what, 50 something maps
Mm-hmm.
at the end of it, and it had, I don't know, it felt like 100 weapons for each class.
Yeah.
But the thing about them is all those weapons were the exact fucking same as one another. You could shoot one sniper and not feel any different from the next sniper, right? There'd be like, oh, this one's like crosshairs are a little better, or its iron sights are a little better.
Yeah.
You know, but they're all pretty much kind of like different skins of the same shit. You either hit for 90 or you hit for 100.
Yeah.
But I feel like with the customization and that many options of guns, even though I should feel overwhelmed, I'll feel better about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just
of course, cream's gonna rise to the top, right?
Right.
So there's gonna be that one fucking gun that's just like, dude, you gotta nerf this shit, and it's gonna make another fucking cream rise to the top.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that whole system, I have to see it in action, but everybody forgets that that's the exact same system that was in Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
Everybody forgets that because anytime anyone says Battlefront 2, they're like, oh, EA loot boxes, rah, 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 rah. They forget that the actual system itself was broken.
Yeah.
That the grind to unlock everything was fucking stupid. That's why the loot boxes were such a big deal. So I'm afraid that since that same system is in Battlefield 5, that it's going to be more loot box bullshit. It's going to be an impossible grind.
Well, let's get your feelings on loot boxes real quick. I mean, since you walked into that landmine.
Oh. Overwatch and Dota 2.
Yeah. I'm on the same train.
I'm okay with those.
I'm 100% on the same train.
Dota 2, you get every character. Heroes of the Storm, League of Legends, you gotta pay for characters. Lucky and get them out of loot boxes you pay for, or just pay for them outright. Dota 2, every character is there. Loot boxes are cosmetics. Overwatch, every character is there. Everything in the game is there, except for cosmetics.
Where I think that I don't have much experience with Dota 2, but...
Oh, I've only got 15 minutes experience with it.
Yeah,
that's just the first thing I saw.
Yeah. Well, what I like about Overwatch is not only they're rewarding, because we can spend like 2 hours playing and we can get 6 loot boxes, you know, and each of those, like, they've continually like made it better. Because I remember whenever you didn't get money for getting a duplicate, you know, and then whenever they made the thing to where duplicates come rarely now, and rarely, I mean fucking rarely. Like instead now they just give me money. Like there's not even the animation of getting a duplicate anymore. It just shows up as money, you know. And even though money doesn't come very often, still 4 rewards for like, I don't know, 30 minutes, you know, like if you do really well or whatever, average player, like you can get a loot box an hour.
I want to see the guy that has everything, so every time he opens a loot box, it's just money.
You know that's a guy, right? That's a guy.
Yeah.
That's a girl. That's a girl.
That's a girl.
Fuck. You know, she's probably yelling at her guy about spending money on loot boxes, you know? Now, overall, I lie, right? I'm not gonna lie, you know, I am a sucker for fashion frame, you know,
That's the one game that I don't really get into, so, like, I hated the...
Warframe.
Yeah, Warframe. I hated the Eververse in Destiny 2.
Disgusting.
Horrible. But yet I still bought into it because...
Oh, well, yeah, we all did. It was gross. But it was the only one where I had, like, just trying to get that winter skin for the Titan. I was like, I can't do it. Like, I can't. And then I did, and then I was like,
Yeah.
and then I didn't get the final piece. Please no. Like,
but like in Warframe, the only deluxe skin I bought because I wanted it was Frost. The only other deluxe skin I have is
the only man out there repping Frost.
Uh-huh.
Only man out there repping Frost. Fucking amazing.
But Volt, I got that from the clan event.
Yeah.
And I logged on 2 weeks ago, and I got a 75% off coupon as my login reward. And I was going through the store. I was like, okay, what can I get? I was like, well, I've got all the frames either ready to build or building or built and haven't leveled them. And just looking at all this stuff, I was like, I don't know what the fuck to get.
I have a question.
I got a skin for Galatine.
For Galatine? Cool.
It's cool.
Yeah, Galatine skins are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Question. Most games. Wait. We'll use Warframe because we're on it. Everything in there you can buy without ever spending a penny. Right? Even the deluxe skins and shit like that. Right?
No. Not the 10 engine. Oh, well, no. Yeah. Okay.
But that's
that's the
deeper into my
to.
question
Yeah.
is how do you feel about, we've kind of touched on it before, is like, in order to get that shit, you have to be deep in the world economy, right? You have to know, like, the ups and downs, and it's the only one I've ever gotten into, right? Because the other ones have scared me. Every time you go to, like, a guild hall or some shit like that, like, no. Like, even in regular Skyrim, I was just like, nope, ain't getting that shit, you know? But it's all obtainable, as long as you know how to play the deeper system. You know, it's not as surface as Overwatch is.
Yeah.
Right? Do you think it should be more accessible? Right? I guess the more accessible version would be the payment plan. You know, just pay up front if you don't want to learn the economy.
Yeah.
You know, but I gotta appreciate it. I have to appreciate when something has an economy. You know, like they put that in there and was like, hey, look. Not everybody is gonna get that fucking super duper deluxe skin that transforms into Optimus Prime and shoots out swords from its back, you know? But if you know how to really cheat someone out of money, you know? Like, if you can be a real scumbag.
Well, the thing about that is that, not just, you know, cheating people out of money, but...
yeah, that's the extreme, but...
Because I think that our dynamic on Warframe explains that economy perfectly. So you're the guy that you'll go and grind relics to get ducats to buy.
Sure you're going with that.
To
I
buy.
was about to feel disgusted with myself.
To buy the mods, the prime mods, to sell on the market, and then you'll use that platinum to buy a ribbon.
Yeah, buy
re-roll
more
it.
Ribbons,
sell it for a higher profit, and all this stuff, and that's how you get your platinum.
Yeah.
Me, I buy my platinum, and I go and crack relics to get stuff for me.
Yeah.
And I don't have a relic that'll give me this one piece. I go to the market and buy this one piece, overpriced as fuck, because I can't grind to get that relic.
Gotcha.
So I think it's got a good dynamic to where the people that don't have the time...
It's got avenues.
Yeah, like the people that can pay, that don't have the time to grind it, can get what they want. And the people that have the time to grind it can mooch off of them.
Yeah. No, that's serious. Yeah. I mean, I don't get me wrong, I've spent money on platinum. I've spent a lot of money on platinum, right? But it's definitely one of those things where it's like, I like to keep shit more than I should that I'll never touch again, right? So like, I'll do the whole process, and I'll get to the end step where all I gotta do is sell these 4 ribbons. I like 3 of them, you know? I've just lost out on all my money, you know? Like, I've invested like 2,000 fucking, you know?
Dude, like I've probably got 7 ribbons that I haven't cracked, and I have like 20 ribbons total, but 67 ribbon slots, just because I want to know that I have the space for it.
Fuck, man. You know?
That fucking game. game. I get tired of it in a hurry.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've ever bitched about it. Like, I just won't be feeling it, but I've never hated it.
No, yeah. Like, I mean, for the longest time, just from us playing, there was every week there would be like an update, and we'd be like, man, they fucking did something else awesome.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, what was the other game that we do that to? Where like every time we hop on, it's like all these updates that you're just like, Titanfall.
Yeah.
Titanfall. We would hop on and we'd be like, I didn't think this could get better. You know? And no one played that game. You know, for like...
Dude, it's hard as hell to find a match right now.
Yeah?
I hopped in a couple weeks ago and
that's
just
sad.
had to close it.
That's fucking sad.
It's such a good game.
Yeah. But it's one of those things where it's like, they definitely know the way. Mm-hmm. You know, like, and they're doing everything fucking great. Mm-hmm. You know, along the path. Hopefully, Respawn does the same with their Star Wars game.
Yeah.
You know, that they're going for. Hopefully, like, it doesn't come out busted Battlefront 2 style. Mm-hmm. You know, and then they have to autocorrect. Yeah. Hopefully, it's like they come out with like a solid fucking chunk of a game, and then they just like pinpoint on the smarter players. I'm not gonna say better, and I'm not gonna say all. Right? But the smarter players, and they're like, okay, that's where we need to go next. Mm-hmm. Little UI changes, you know, fucking just like the smallest shit, and then hop into like dude, Destiny 1 did it good, where they came out with giant weapon patches, mm-hmm. like every 4 months. Mm-hmm. You know, they heard for 4 months, and then they're like, okay, well, this is gonna be the new way it goes.
Yeah.
You know, which I always appreciated, with little bug fixes and shit like that. Hopefully that's the way that Star Wars game that mm-hmm. Respawn is going to take control of goes.
Yeah.
We'll find out in probably like 2032.
Yeah.
It'll be $20.99 by the time that comes out.
Mm-hmm.
It's all going to be in fucking VR, and you got to have fucking HTC Vive. Sorry. I got the space now.
Yeah.
We can Vive in here. We can Beat Saber. Dude, I want to play fucking Beat Saber bad.
I do too.
Just, I want a Darth Mullet Giraffe God. You know? Like, epic.
That's another craze I don't care for is VR, but it's cool.
Oh, yeah.
I don't buy into it, but
no. As soon as they give me that Microsoft demo of AR, whenever they did the Minecraft shit, mm-hmm. You remember that? Whenever mm-hmm. they had the Minecraft and they went through the table and then they built up and then they zoomed in and shit. Once they give me that, I'm not a Minecraft player. I'll fucking play that shit. Mm-hmm. You know, and that's not what they gave. You know, I want that AR. I want that shit to be in my room. You know, I'm not talking about the little fucking PlayStation little robot things that, you know, that are just on the ground in the camera. I want it there. Mm-hmm. That's whenever I'll start buying into all the tech.
Yeah.
That, you know, that comes out. I don't care if it's a Vive that's like $1,500 fucking dollars.
Yeah.
You know, and you need a fucking warehouse to play it in.
Yeah, I think the AR is the way to go, because it, like, just hearing about the possibilities of things they can do with like the Google glasses, just blows my mind.
Stuff Ready Player One fresh on the brain.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be parsable, like riding in the fucking Millennium Falcon, mm-hmm. going through the fucking trench run.
Yeah, I need to
and then
that
all of a
again.
sudden Batman hits your windshield and you're like, what the fuck? That's what I want. You know, like that's what I want. Anything else? I don't even know how long we've been going.
I don't need it.
What? If this is a 30-minute, right? I think that's too short.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It feels like it hasn't been that long.
It feels like it hasn't been that long. Guarantee it.
Because I wanted to shoot for like between hour, 2 hour, more or long, hour and a half, closer to 2 hours.
Yeah.
But I don't know what to talk about.
Yeah, we definitely came unprepared. I could go on
mm-hmm.
about shit that
Well, I know one thing that
60 hours a week of podcasts will put shit in your head.
Yeah. I know one thing I've had on my mind. I think the actual hardware, the Nintendo Switch, is a badass little piece of hardware. I think the concept of it, where you can play tablet, put it in, and it upscales it a little bit, you know, uses more power. The idea is there, but I wish Nintendo would fail.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, well, hold up, boys and girls. This one's about to get good. Should I go ahead and throw it on Grumpy Grandpa? Is that where this is going? I feel like it is.
So, I just think about what people do in their spare time.
Okay.
Like, there's a 3D rendering in Unreal Engine 4 that somebody's done of Zelda Ocarina of Time, right? And it's a playable demo that they just did to show what it would look like out of their spare time, you know, just fucking around. And I look at Nintendo's IPs and think that if they would pull a Sega and just drop out of the hardware game and just make games, can you imagine what a Zelda game, which Breath of the Wild is a good looking game, on shitty hardware.
Okay.
Can you imagine what they could do if they weren't bottlenecked like that? Like, you look at, granted, I'm not interested in the Spider-Man game, but technologically it sounds like a feat.
Yeah.
And God of War, you know, they are massive, impressive games. Can you imagine if Nintendo had that kind of hardware to work on instead of...
Oh, yeah. I've been dreaming about that for Pokemon for years, man.
Yeah.
I wanted Skyrim with Pokemon, you know? So I completely agree. That's a hot scoop. You just gave a hot scoop. I've been waiting for this. I've been wanting to say hot scoop for a while. No, I mean, I agree. I mean, I'm not sure if it needs... It might. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it would probably take them failing in order to get to that point, right? Because after that, all there is pachinko machines, man. That's it. That's the only... I mean, ask Sega. Dude, they're running the pachinko machine game, you know? Tossing out Star Fox every once in a while and shit, but I agree. I mean, I'm not a Zelda guy, right? But I definitely see the appeal of having, like, I want to see every strand of Link's hair. You know? Like, you know, that kind of thing.
Oh, because, like, Breath of the Wild is a big game, but it's still kind of got that cell shading. Cell shading?
Cell shading. Yeah. There we go.
Shell shading.
Shell shading, dude.
But it's got that look to it. And not just the realism factor, but like a little bit more realistic and deeper, bigger areas and enemies and stuff. Because like the weapons in Breath of the Wild, there's a whole bunch of weapons, but it's all the same weapons. It's like...
Would you go more realistic? Or would you push the in-between? Or would you go more like Fortnite, where it's a beautiful game, right? But it's still got that aspect to it.
I think that...
Or is it just going to be like a highly rendered Breath of the Wild?
I think with Breath of the Wild right now, it's kind of bridging towards the Fortnite thing already.
Yeah.
I would think... I'm trying to think of a good example.
Because to say Fortnite's an ugly game would be wrong, right? It's artistic, right? But it's gorgeous. But I mean, those are the people that own the engine, you know?
I would say...
Because there's some things to me, and I imagine that the person that you're aiming for to buy what would be like a canonical... I say canonical, I know that Zelda's canon is just fucking
all over the place.
But those people would want something that's still in the world, in that world.
Well, whenever the GameCube was still kicking,
OG, never forget.
They released a tech demo of the next Zelda game they're working on, and it looked just gorgeous.
Yeah.
And then what they released was Wind Waker.
Okay.
And they just scrapped that other game.
Huh.
And then later on, they released Twilight Princess, which looked a lot more like what they had originally had planned for Wind Waker.
Yeah.
Twilight Princess kind of leans towards, it's going to be hard to picture this because it's such an odd view, but more Diablo. It's a little darker, and there's more, you get more of like an aura off the enemies and everything.
Gotcha.
And just the way the coloring is. It's a really dark game, but I'm not saying I want the games darker, but I think kind of looking towards the visuals of Diablo and basing off of that.
Okay. Okay. I can understand that.
But shit, not only that, I mean, granted most of Nintendo's IPs are all kid friendly, but fucking
like Dark Souls and shit.
Yeah, but you know, turn on a PlayStation playing Mario would be fucking awesome.
Thanks, Sony.
Yeah. Dude, I would kill to fucking play Metroid Prime on my PC or my PlayStation.
Instead, you get the Mega Man trilogy. Yeah. Sorry. You know? Shit. I still say the second one's better.
Yeah.
5, 6, and 7.
Mm-hmm.
8:20.
Yeah.
Thought we've been going at it for a while.
Yeah.
About time to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Because I'm fucking hungry. Fucking hungry. Hey, babe. I think she's dead.
Yep, she's dead.
Y'all are going to be hearing a lot of her. Because sometimes I'm not going to be sure if I make the right call or not. So I'm going to need somebody, a third party, to give me affirmation that I've done something right. Right, baby? Yes! Fuck, I hope that gets caught. If not, we're going to have to put one of those in there. You know? Alright.
Have her mic'd up just for that one moment.
Yeah. So this is where we're going to have something where you can end the stream. Like right here. Or if I can have like a button.
Yeah.
Something. Just like throw my phone at it. Oh, I bet I could Twitch end stream on here, right? I don't fucking know. We're gonna go on this ride together, okay? All right.
We'll figure it out.
We need that. We need this in reverse for our outro. All right, guys. Well, it's been fun. This was the very first, definitely not the last, SLF podcast. Ooh, I like that. That sounded good, didn't it?
It was.
Yeah. Giffing it. Alright. Bearded Savage, at Bearded Savage on all the social medias we don't log into anymore.
Exactly. Yeah.
At Snickers Gaming. And just keep spelling it, and you'll get it right sooner or later. I think it's Snickers. I came up with something that was like Snickers RZ dropped the. Oh, Snickers dropped the E, add an RZ. That's what I came up with. Yeah. Fuck me, you know? Alright, guys. Later.